Hey everyone, Major Tom here, coming at you with day 3 of the 1K challenge. I just want to take a quick break and thank a viewer called Machete for coming out with that sick intro, and I really appreciate it, man. Going right into the video here, let's look at our day 3. We got Tesla gains as soon as the market opened today. They crushed earnings like I expected. We got $2 off this small play. We only put $100 into it and got like 0.1 of a 1.5 partial shares for the $100. And $2 is $2. Simple as that. Tal rips again. So, these are all the viewers that participated this time. We had Cynical, I'm Brat 2K71, Connor. So, congratulations to all of you. And I know GMA Carlos got in it again today. So we basically got in Tal at market close yesterday for 450, and we bought those calls that I talked about, and or just that call, and it peaked at $6 today in after hours trading. I started looking to sell over $5 and saw a resistance at 550. That was later crushed. Reminder that we don't need to hit 100% on every play. That isn't how the market works. We're happy with small gains that add up over time into large gains. So if we're making 10% a week with compounding interest, we're doing crazy things. So we'll go right into the entry from yesterday at close when Tal was 450. These were the calls that I purchased, or the call that I purchased. And you saw we bought it at $235. We sold it for $270. That's a $35 flip. There's no reason to risk a quarter of the portfolio in these risky derivative plays for long time exposures. If you're up $35, it's close to like 10%. It's a little over 10%. Why not take the money and run? There's no shame in taking the profits and leaving, guys and girls. No shame at all. And here's the end of the day play. It's Tilray. So Tilray produced a buy signal right here. I was hesitant about it, and I started looking it up on Twitter all throughout this price action here. Now, after doing some research, I noticed that their earnings statement was actually tomorrow morning. And historically, they did terrible in their last two earnings statements. And I actually bought into Tilray right here around 1275-ish. The reason that I bought into Tilray is because I looked at their last two earnings projections, and it's almost like they projected a bunch, and they bit off like way more than they could chew. And they fell short on the last two earnings. But this time, they made like their earnings projections realistic, like they would be able to hit it. And I actually think that they're not going to fall short this time. And if they do, it's not going to be that bad. So, the stock's sitting at an all-new 52-week low at around 1270 today, and we're looking for an early morning run. Tilray is in the weed stock sector, and the entire sector right now is really down, and it's due for a correction. So if the sector does a correction and Tilray hits earnings within the next day or two, then we could be looking at a nice like $3 gap up or $2 gap up from Tilray, and we have 15 point something shares, so that would execute essentially a $15 to $60 gain from this play. Best price execution on the daily was identified near the 1275, so I didn't feel too terrible getting in at 1275 over here. All right, so we finished the day at $1,078.43. That's the total. $636 of this is cash going into the market swing day. I always call Wednesdays swing days because they could run red or green. Today was only down 2 points on the SPY. I don't think we had a full correction from Monday just yet, and I'm a little hesitant to kind of just leave money out in the market at all right now for this short-term challenge. The only thing that's really like crushing it is Chinese stocks, and I'm looking at NEO, I'm looking at XPEV, I'm looking at Tencent and all the Chinese stocks right now. And, swing trading these Chinese stocks can be very profitable if you know what their actual value is. These education stocks took the biggest hit down, so expect them to take the biggest corrections back up. That's why we're getting into TAL. That's why we got into EDU today. Some other viewers got into EDU when I mentioned it, and, they made 30%. So out of TAL and EDU, yesterday, TAL did 40%. Today, TAL did about 20% to 30%, and EDU did 30%. So altogether, in 2 days on 3 plays, viewers could have profited on a maximum of like 100% out of all 3 of those. And if you're making 100% in 2 days, that's insane, right? So this is just some of the reasons to watch the videos, some of the reasons to join the Discord. It's some of the reasons to, pop the indicator on your chart and try it out. All right, tomorrow's scouting. Meme stocks are getting cheaper and cheaper as the week goes on. Volume's drying up. It seems like they might take a rip soon. I'll be patrolling Twitter feeds, and I'm looking at the Chinese stocks that might do an early correction tomorrow. No, that they closed at a high. So tomorrow the Chinese stocks might come down and do another correction. I'll be looking to possibly play that again, and I still want to get into crypto, but the price just hasn't jumped out at me yet. There's a ton of YOLOs on Wall Street Bets for Lucid Motors, and they just got the ticker LCID, I believe, and they finally said they're releasing cars that might rival Tesla. I think, an entry at a good price for Lucid wouldn't be bad, and I'm really staying away from the IPOs the next 2 days because I think that they're all basically releasing at overvalued prices. So going back to Lucid Motors, one of the biggest things that kind of was a turnoff from the whole small EV companies was Nikola. People were afraid that Nikola, that every EV company was going to be like Nikola, where Nikola, everyone dumped money into it, and then the company was almost like a front, and people got burned bad. But as far as Lucid goes, that whole fear and FUD campaign is pretty much drying up because Lucid has finally produced a real product, which is something that Nikola was never able to do. And now that they have a real product on the market and their cars are looking pretty sick, it's only a matter of time before they start becoming a rival of Tesla or they start encroaching on Tesla's property in the market. Keep that in mind and add Lucid to your watch list, if you're looking to get into something like that. Also, your account gets restricted for some undisclosed amount of time for selling a stock that you get through an IPO. This is just something that I wanted to bring up to all the viewers. So if you are on Robinhood and you do participate in this, just be careful because, right now I personally think that Duolingo and Robinhood are overvalued, and those are the two biggest companies that I would look to get into an IPO on. For example, Robinhood basically valued themselves at $30 billion just 6 months ago to another group of investors, and now they're all of a sudden IPOing at $35 billion. And quite frankly, I think that they've lost customers since then because they keep doing screwy things with prices, taking away buy and sell buttons, manipulating the ability to sell at the top sucks. And users are quite frankly just leaving, even though their platform might be just the easiest one to use. So, unless you're getting something stupid undervalued by these Robinhood IPO early accesses, I wouldn't even do it as of right now just because of all the rules that are around it. Like I said, because these things are all IPOing stupid overvalued in my opinion, I'm actually expecting some of these things to do a correction and then shoot back up. So I'm also adding these to my watch list, but I'm very skeptical as far as are they going to come out swinging or are they going to come out and take a huge dump? So put them on your watch list too and just watch out, see what they do, follow the movements. With that being said, this is day 3. Came to a conclusion. We're getting real close to hitting that $100 mark as far as profits go on week 1. And that's kind of my goal by, the end of Thursday. We'll see if we can hit it. I am looking to get into crypto, but the price hasn't been right yet. We'll see. All right, everyone. This is Major Tom coming at you with day 3 of the 1K challenge. See you next time.